Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Tech with Joanne. I'm Joanne, and in today's video, I'm bringing you more tech jobs. So, the first tip that I always give when people ask me where should they start when they're looking for tech positions is I don't recommend that people start with the big tech companies just because, there's a ton of competition. I don't say you don't apply to those companies because you should definitely apply. But don't just think that you have to work at some big tech company in order to work in tech. The first thing that you should do is you should start by thinking about things that you have around your home. What are some brands that you always use? What are some things that you need in your life? Just think about those things because all of those things that we use every single day and that we need every single day, all of those things have companies. So what you can do is that you can go to those companies' websites and you can look for careers at those companies. So that's one of the easiest ways to find a job in tech is simply thinking about brands, going to the brand's website and seeing what they have available. All right. So in today's video, I'm going to be highlighting health insurance companies. Why? Everyone needs healthcare, right? So healthcare is necessary. It's not going anywhere. It will always be around, right? So you need healthcare. So there are a ton of health insurance companies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight three of the biggest health insurance companies here in America, and we'll just go through and see what openings they have, and you guys can actually get started applying for these open positions. All right, so let's get started. First, let's go to Elevance Health, and this health insurance company was named Anthem, and Anthem is really, really big company here. And they're in the transition with changing their name and sort of rebranding themselves. So they're now Elevance Health. So just go to their website, elevancehealth.com. I'll leave the links in the description box. So you just go to their website, you can read up on it. They provide healthcare. All of these companies provide healthcare, so you can just dig deeper into the company on your own. I'm just going to get right into the careers. So let's scroll to the bottom and let's go to careers. And then from here, let's just search for open positions. So I'm just going to click on anything. Let's click on digital technology. See right here it says nothing is found. So let's just click on view all open jobs. And then we'll be able to see that they have 1,787 open positions. Okay, so they're definitely hiring. All right, so what we want to do is we want to narrow down based on what it is that we do. Now, right off the bat, they already have something, digital product manager senior, so that's definitely something that we already see, but we want to get into the tech space, all right? So let's just go ahead and let's search for career area. And let's find information technology. Let's find where that is. Let's see. I know they have it here. All right, let's just go with engineering and dev for now. They have a ton. You can see how it's broken out. So they have test, they have tech strategy, they have IT security. So they have it broken out into the roles that you guys would be applying for. So that is actually good because it helps you narrow down your search even more. So let's go with engineering and dev and let's search jobs. And actually let's tick this box right here where it says remote working only. And let's go ahead and apply the filters. So now it tells me all of the remote positions within engineering and dev. So right now you can scroll through and you can see they have 2 pages full, and then you can go ahead and you can click through and you can see exactly what level you are. You may be a beginner, you may be senior level, you may be mid-level. So definitely go ahead and click through and see what level you are and how you match up with all of the positions that they have open. All right, so let's just go with engineer lead. Okay, so as you can see, it does say preferred location is Chicago, but this is a remote position. So a lot of times, some of the remote positions, and you definitely have to check out based on the company that you're looking at. Some of the remote positions are remote for the entire country. You can live absolutely anywhere. And then some of them are remote within a particular state or city. So you definitely have to pay attention to that when you are applying for the position. All right, so this one says preferred location, which means that it's probably open to all the US, but they just prefer someone to be in Chicago. So you can look through the jobs and you can see which ones have preferred and which ones don't, which one are just open to the entire US. So anyway, let's go through the job. This is a full eligible position for full-time remote schedule. So the location is within 50 miles of the Elements Health office, which is Chicago. So if you live within 50 miles of that, that's what they prefer. That's perfectly fine. You'll still get to be remote. And then it just breaks down your responsibilities. You can go ahead and read through that. It gives you your minimum qualifications. It requires you to have a BA or BS degree in information technology, computer science, or related field of study, and a minimum of 7 years. So you can read through all of that, see if you match up with that. Preferred qualifications is experience mentoring others, because remember, this is a lead position. So if you haven't had any jobs where you've been any kind of like supervisory experience, then you may want to, try something that isn't a lead. But this one is a lead position. So if you have supervisory experience, then this will match up with you. So provide troubleshooting support, multi database and multi language strongly preferred. So you can just go ahead and read through all of this and see if you match up with that. Let's take a look at some of the other ones. Let's go back to the search and let's see what else they have. All right, let's do front end engineering 3. All right, location remote, but must be within commuting distance to an Elements Health office. So this is even better. So the other one was you needed to be within 50 miles of the Chicago Elements office. This one is saying that you can live anywhere in the U.S. as long as you're within commuting distance of the any Elements office, and they have offices in many locations across the United States. All right. So what you want to do is you just want to go ahead and read up on this. You can go back to their main page and you can see exactly where their locations are. So if it's, you can see if it's something that you would actually qualify for, because you don't want to waste your time applying and you're not within commuting distance. So sometimes the reason why they'll have this is because they may want you to do hybrid, or they may want you to be available if there is some kind of meeting that you would need to come into the office for, which is perfectly fine, but the bulk of your work would be done remotely. All right, so you would be responsible for the delivery of end-to-end system development and maintenance on complex technology systems within assigned client group, business unit, or corporate department. So your duties would be write, correct, and clean up code, develop on medium to large complex customer technology, maintain active relationship with internal and external stakeholders, and you can read through all of this. It goes through everything that you would be doing. So go ahead and make sure you read up on all of that and see if it's something that you want to do. So your minimum requirements would be a BA or BS in technology computer science. This one, you only need 3 years of experience, so that's good. So if you are in your early stage of your career, 3 years is actually a good point for you to enter into this job. So you need to have experience on one platform, multi-database, multi-language, or multi-business application, or any combination of education and experience. So that's really good. So if you have education and you may only have like 1 or 2 years of experience, definitely go ahead and apply, because they're telling you right here that you can do a combo. And that's something that you're always wanting to look for on a job application, on a job post, is if they say that you can supplement experience for, education. So if you have a computer science degree and you're just starting out, definitely go ahead and apply. All right, so it says your preferred qualifications, and you should always look at this to make sure that you know the stack that they're using. It's super important to understand a company's stack, because if you don't know, then you don't even know if you're qualified for it. So you need to make sure that you can actually write the kind of code that their tech stack has. All right. So they are looking for a strong understanding in JavaScript, ES6, or TypeScript, HTML, CSS, 4 years of working on modern web development stack, React, Redux, hooks on front end, Node.js, all of that good stuff, experience with writing unit and integration testing, experience building and architecting scalable systems, GraphQL, Advanced SQL, AWS. So this is standard qualifications for any kind of front-end developer. So if you are front-end, you should be familiar with at least one of these things. You may not be familiar with all of them, but you should have a strong knowledge of at least one if you're doing front-end. All right, so you can go ahead and read all of this. It tells you all about their team. And then you go ahead and you click apply now. And they do have an email address that if you have any kind of, it says if you require accommodations to participate, you can email them. But if everything looks good, just go ahead and click on apply and go ahead and apply to this job. And this is the front end engineer 3, and it is a remote position. All right, so let's move on to the next health insurance company. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on to United Healthcare. Again, this is a very large insurance company. It is all across America, so they have offices in a lot of states. All right, so let's go ahead and go to their careers page. Let's find their careers page. Here it is down here in the footer. So let's click on careers and let's search jobs. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to search for IT jobs. So let's do job category and let's find IT, any kind of tech position. Here we go, technology. Let's do that. Let's search. Okay, so they have 1,509 tech jobs. So again, they are hiring because remember they have a ton of locations. So what we're going to do for this one is we're going to try and put in, let's put in a keyword. Let's put in remote. And then let's search again. Okay, so it tells you right here, it comes up with the remote positions. So you can just scroll through this and you can see it has at least 6 pages for you to go through. So these are a lot of jobs for you to choose from. So what you want to do is you just want to go ahead and let's do a UX writer. Let's do UX writer, senior UX writer and content strategist. So right here, it just gives you a breakdown of the company. Of course, it always starts out with that. It starts out with giving you a little blurb of what it is that you're doing. So we are seeking an empathetic UX writer and content strategist to join our cross-functional design studio. So what does this mean? An empathetic UX writer and content strategist. This is someone who is in tune with the audience. So in order to be good in UX or UI, one of the biggest qualifications is you need to be in tune with what the audience wants. Because if you aren't, you're not going to be putting out the correct content. It's not going to gel well. So you need to be able to understand what the company's audience wants, what they feel, what they need, in order for you to be really good at UX. So that right there is actually a key term when it comes to any kind of UX position. All right, so you can read through that. All right, the primary responsibilities would be, first it says, you'll enjoy the flexibility to telecommute from anywhere in the U.S. as you take on some tough challenges, lower 48 states only. So this is definitely important for you to know based on where you live, would you qualify for being able to telecommute? And if you live in the lower 48 states, then you're good to go. All right, so the primary responsibilities are create useful and meaningful content, work closely with the design, product, and strategy teams, develop clear and engaging content, perform content audit and analysis, ability to come up with diverse creative solutions, and test with users. So you can go and read through the rest of that. So it says you'll be rewarded and recognized for your performance in an environment that will challenge you and give you a clear direction on what it takes to succeed in your role as well as provide development. All right, so the required qualifications are 5 years of experience creating content, experience with proven ability to work across a matrix multi-tiered organization, experience working with user data to make informed decisions such as usage data, analytics, user research, and you need a solid portfolio of work. So that's one of the videos that I am thinking about making. So if you want me to make a video on how to build a really good portfolio, then definitely leave a comment and I'll start planning to work on that kind of video. All right. So they have the required qualifications and then they have the preferred qualifications. If you don't know the difference between the two, required are their non-negotiables most of the time. It's like this is definitely something that they strongly want you to have. Preferred is something that it's good for you to have. So, experience presenting to stakeholders and executives. This is something that everyone should try and work on, especially if you're in UX. You should definitely try working on this skill. Presenting. It's something that at some point everyone is going to have to do, whether it's on a small scale or a large scale. You're going to have to be able to talk through your ideas, communicate with other people, and just be able to present whatever it is that you're coming up with, whatever your tasks are, to whatever audience you're assigned to. So, experience or working knowledge of writing for web accessibility. Web accessibility is super important, but I do understand why they said experience or working knowledge for as far as UX tech writer. Um, so this is more so when you get into the actual coding for the web, really. Experience in using A/B testing, that's super important for UX, clinical and healthcare experience, knowledge of health literacy and plain language writing guidelines. So you can go ahead and read through all of that and it tells you all of the information that you need to know. So it does give you salary range for Colorado, Connecticut, Nevada residents because I think that they have to disclose their salary ranges on those posts. It might be, I've seen this a lot as far as these states go, so they might have some kind of a law where you need to be able to post what the company is paying for the position. So this is the senior UX writer and content strategist, and this is a remote position. All right, so next what we're going to do is let's go to our next one, and this one is HCA Healthcare. So with HCA Healthcare, let's go ahead and click on careers, and let's see what they have. Let's do search all jobs. And then from here, you can see that they have all of these open positions, and they have a ton right now. They have 23,254. Of course, they're not all tech, but they have a lot of open positions. All right, so let's go to category first, and let's try and find IT. Let's scroll. So here we go, information technology. So with the IT positions, they have 152 positions open, and we specifically want to look for remote positions, all right? So let's go ahead and type in remote and see what we come up with, and let's do search. And then from there, it says that they have 496. I think they kind of moved me around, but it's fine because I do see tech positions here. All right, so they have the senior clinical technical programmer, oncology clinical data manager. So as you can see, they have a good number of remote positions within tech. All right, so they have virtual positions down here. So let's go ahead and click on something that I don't think I've covered before on this channel. We've done 1,000,001 software engineering positions, so you can always click on that and check it out. Let's do quality assurance auditor, and let's see what this job is all about. So let's do view job. So you can see from here, it does say it's work from home, and it gives you an intro, and it says this is a remote position, so they're definitely wanting you to know that you do get to work from home. So this one is Sarah Cannon and HCA, and HCA has a ton of like, I guess subsidiary companies underneath them. They're like the major umbrella, and then they have other companies within them. So this one is with Sarah Cannon. It tells you the benefits. So some of the benefits are medical, dental, vision, life insurance, flex spending. You get PTO and you get personal leave. And I know a lot of companies, sometimes they don't do that. You get the 401k and you get the matching. You get academic assistance and reimbursement, employee discounts, auto, home, and pet insurance. Oh, that's the first I've ever seen pet insurance. So you get that. You get the employee stock purchase program. Super important. If you can get into a company that gives you stock, thumbs up. That's really, really good. That's a huge benefit. You get short term and long term disability, adoption assistance. I love that. And you get legal benefits and a lot more. So you can actually click here and you can see what all the benefits are. So it tells you a little bit about the job. Right here it says, as the quality assurance auditor, you are responsible for assisting in the implementation of the corporate quality assurance program by performing auditing activities to assess compliance of operations with standard operating procedures, and you can read through the rest. So basically, you will plan and conduct GCP audits. You will communicate audit observations and process improvement opportunities through written audit reports. You will appropriately escalate any critical identified areas of deficiency, and you can go ahead and go through the rest. It does say travel up to 40%. So if you're someone who wants to have a job where you may be on different locations, then definitely go ahead and check that out. So the qualifications that you need is a bachelor's degree, at least 2 years GCP quality assurance auditing, Microsoft Office, knowledge of the medical field, all of that good stuff. So preferred is experience in a clinical trial environment, experience with oncology research, ASQ, CQA. I don't know what any of this is because this is not a role I've ever worked in. So if you are within this spec, then you'll understand what they're saying to you. So it tells you a little bit more about Sarah Cannon and just gives you some, little fine print. So you can just go ahead and look through all of this and go ahead and click apply and apply to the position. So let's go back really quickly, back to the search results. And like I said, they have a ton of open positions here. So if you are definitely, if you are looking for a diverse role, then go ahead and just scroll through all of this and see exactly what it is that they have. Virtual coder, I like that. So they have a lot of virtual positions. They have a lot of tech support positions. So just go ahead and click around and see what it is that you're looking for. You can always use the search, of course, use the category, of course, and just go ahead and look around. So for those of you that are looking for in-office positions, I know that there are some of you out there. I'm not judging you, but a lot of us like to work remotely. But I know there are some people who actually enjoy hybrid or in office. So just don't search for remote. Just leave that out and then go ahead and you can search by your state or your city, and you can go ahead and find positions that you can commute to. All right. So I'm just going to double back because there was one specific request for me to look for a job. And I do know that Elevance Health has that open position. So I'm just going to double back to Elevance Health really quickly. So for those of you that want to go ahead and apply to those jobs, I will leave the links in the description box for all of these websites, or you can just go to Google and just go ahead and do it. I did Elevance Health, I did United Healthcare, and I did HCA Health. All right, so I'm just going to go back to the Elevance Health, and I'm going to specifically look for a particular position for this person. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on any job. Let's click on any job right here. Let's go to view all open positions. And then I'm going to do, it was an automation tester. So let's search. All right, so someone specifically requested that I look for jobs for software automation tester, and Elevance Health is hiring for those positions. All right, so first things first, right here it says test automation engineer. You can just scroll through and see right here, test automation engineer advisor, and you can just scroll through and see exactly performance tester. see exactly what they have. So they have a bunch of automation tester positions in on Elevance Health. So you might want to pay attention to where the location is. And then what you can do is that you can always just go ahead and click on it and see if they are open to you working remote or not. But it does give you a lot of options for automation tester within Elements Health. And some of the things, if you aren't familiar with automation tester, let's go ahead and look through the duties. So it plays a leadership role in design, development, implementation of automation components, establishes automation tools, frameworks, and methodology, mentors staff in testing automation processes. And this is because this is a senior position, so you're going to be mentoring anytime you're in a senior position. So establishes current automation architectures, supervises the use of appropriate automation methods. So you can go through all of this. It tells you what your qualifications are, your requirements. It tells you the certifications that you can have. It tells you the coding stack that you would need to be familiar with. So just go ahead and you can read through all of that. And this is the test automation senior advisor. So whether or not they have any of these positions remote, let's see, that is another story. So let's do keywords, let's do test automation, comma, let's do remote and see what comes up. So it just tells you right here. Let's go back to the search. So you can definitely see if it's remote or not. I know a lot of times it will have the city and the state. See how this one has the city and the state, but it's also remote. So again, you can just go through and you can see exactly. So for the person who asked me about the test automation, the automation tester, Elevance Health does have those positions. I'm not sure where your location is, but you can look through here and see if they have something that matches up with what your location is. And feel free to ask me any questions. So for those of you that want me to do a specific job, you want me to do specific research on a job, then definitely come back, leave me a comment, letting me know, what is it that you're looking for? What is the role that you would like to work in? And I will do my best to find some open positions for you. Give me as much detail as possible. Like, what's your location? What are you looking for? Are you looking for remote? Are you looking for hybrid? Just try and put that in there. But overall, I'll try and do some general research for you and get the positions included in whatever video I'm doing for that week for open positions. All right. So thank you so much for watching this. I know this ended up being a super long video, but I love bringing these videos to you guys because I know there are a lot of you who are out there looking for open positions and you don't necessarily know where to look. So I'm here to help you guys out as much as possible to find your next tech role. All right, so definitely thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss any more of these videos. Follow me on Instagram. I'm Tech with Joanne on Instagram, but definitely keep up with these videos and I will do my best to keep bringing you more quality videos where I'm going to be covering open positions, but I have some other videos that I'll be doing as well. So definitely like and subscribe and drop me a comment if you have any questions. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.